Hello, welcome back. It's Kaylied Gamer. It's time for a bit of an evening stream again now. This time we'll be streaming some genuine Dreamcast games. Now this time it's going to be a bit of a mix of everything that I'm going to play. Probably driving games, beat 'em ups, 2D, 3D. All running through HDMI out genuine Sega Dreamcast hardware. So... yes, that's better. Right, mate. Yeah, exactly. Nice to see the real gear being streamed. Yes. Yeah, I mean, like I say, I like the real hardware. I like to, when you can use the real deal. I definitely like to collect the real stuff when I can. But it's just sometimes it's just that easy. It's probably a little bit too easy just to use the emulation, really, innit? So yeah. Let's just close this down and do a bit of this. Do a bit of that. Mess around with the laptop. That's better. Right. We can keep a bit of a track on things. So we just got to mess some of the settings on here. There we go. Yeah, got a Super Console X Pro, 32 quid. God, that is cheap, innit? Yeah. Super Console X Pro, I know. The 25 gig version too. Man, that is cheap, innit? Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just another option, innit? It's just another option. But how much was it? 32 quid. Delivered what? From China? Probably from Hong Kong, innit? Probably an Hong Konger in it, that one. Oh man, he's probably got like 41,000 games on it, hasn't he? Oh man, yeah, I can't blame you. I was thinking of getting one of them as well. It's just I've been enjoying messing around with that little retro thing, just like messing around with the software on it. I'll probably mess around with the software when I play the games on it. But yeah. Yeah, God, you can't beat that for the price, can you? Anyhow, some reason I am getting a signal going out to my TV from the Dreamcast because probably switched off. There you go. That's probably why. Yeah, exactly. Power Drift and Galaxy Force, man. Yeah, exactly. I'll play them on the Saturn, but yeah, amazing. Yeah, I mean, I can get them to run on that little retro arcade thing, but they skip too many frames. Yeah, I bet they only played about 15 frames, something like that. Power Drift and Galaxy Force. I have tried them. That's the only trouble with a lower spec Pi, innit? Yeah, I ain't actually seen the Super Scalers running on that console X. I'm sorry, Super Console X Pro. Yeah, I've heard it's the Super Console X Pro is just the same as the Super Console X. Yeah. Power Drift run on your Pi. I could get it to run on mine, but it just skips a lot of frames. It's like it probably plays at about 15 frames, and like it's good. I really messed with the settings on it too much. I had a couple of attempts at trying to get it to run fairly smooth, and it runs a bit too choppy on it, so not really worth the effort. But say like Afterburner and that runs smooth. I don't know what they run like on your Pi. But yeah, no, good luck. Boots up, it's unplayable. Yeah, it's really choppy on this as well. Obviously, it's probably because it's similar architecture into the Pi. The retro arcade is like that 32-bit. I think there's the console Pro, that's Super Console X Pro, whatever it is, a Super Console X. I'm sure that's 64-bit chipset in it. So yeah. But yeah, good job. Galaxy Force don't work at all. I can get Galaxy Force to boot up and just play, but it plays pretty choppy. It probably plays at about, like say, 15-20 frames. It's less frames than the Saturn version, I know that. But yeah, like you say, I like the real hardware if you can. And I'm glad I've got them on the Saturn, because I really enjoy them on the Saturn Galaxy Force and Power Drift, especially Power Drift. To say, just seem to get a lot of conversions in Power Drift, which is a real shame. So I thought Power Drift was a real good game. I said, play it on the DreamCast core, yeah. It's like you say, you could play Power Drift on the DreamCast with the GameWorks disc. I used to have that at one time, but it's gone the way of the dragon, that one has. Yeah, it's play Tokyo Eye Battle 2, yeah it is, yeah. Shotoku Eye Battle 2. I say, I owned this way back when I had a Dreamcast originally, and I bought it a few years back again for like next time. It cost me like a £10 postage. Unfortunately, I don't think I've got a save game on this one. But we can just do a quick race. And you can play this in widescreen mode as well, can't you? But obviously, because I'm connecting this up through, yeah, GameWorks was crazy money. Probably is now. I think I paid 110 quid for mine. Actually, no, I think I paid 80 quid for mine and I sold it for about 120. But that's probably about 4 or 5 years ago. But there was a really good price for that. It didn't have the, you know, that sleeve that goes around the outside of it, GameWorks. It didn't have the sleeve, it's a bit like the spine card sort of thing. But it was such a good price. I bought it for that much. So the disc was mint. What the problem with that? Yeah, it's just crazy money. Nice book though, it's a nice book. It's a nice book, it's got loads of diagrams of the Sega coin-ops, and like blueprints and stuff. It's obviously better if you can read Japanese, probably worth a bit more. It's worth a bit more to a person who can read Japanese, obviously. Nice pictures. Not loads of text, but obviously what is in there, it's majority of it is in Japanese. GameWorks was alright. It was one of them that I'm really getting the use. And say, Power Drift was good, but I like the Saturn version for some reason. I prefer the Saturn version. And what was it? Outrun. The version of Outrun was the same as on Shenmue. So, and Hang-On on there, it was like, there was the Shenmue ports, weren't they? So the sprite weren't the same as the coin-op, was it? So it sort of put me off. Yes, that ain't a Toyota Sleeker. I know you mean to your cars, are you subliminal? Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind these games. Yeah, no, I've seen some of your videos on your channel from before when they come up as like your history on there and stuff. You can see that you've like your more popular videos from a while back were like a lot to do with like cars and stuff like that. This is one with the Nissan Skyline or something, something with a modded exhaust. Yeah, it's that sounded like a monster, didn't it? A good thing about this game is the handling. it ain't perfect, but it's definitely a lot better than the first Tokyo Highway battle. The first Tokyo Highway battle was very, very slidey. I mean, this is a little bit slippery slidey, but I mean, this takes a bit of getting used to. So I've just put this on now. I ain't played it all day, you know. Literally just put the disc in tonight, and I thought I'll just give it a try. Yeah, Mom, to say, I just got a little hatchback I have that I've had now for over 10 years, so it suits me. Like I say, I've had some nice cars in the past. Again, I see it like calm down and just like you know, just a little low range hatchback now. It suited me. It's good for the fuel. Never played it. It's alright actually. It does look really good. It looks better in widescreen, but with the widescreen, I think it probably just has some of the replays and stuff feature just the odd touch of a slow down. But you can got the in-car view and stuff now. Got a little more of an external view as well on this one than the other Tokyo Highway battle, if I remember right. But I do like the in-car view and the external one, close external view. I don't know what volumes like this. It's just browse on the phone. It ain't too bad. It ain't so bad. No, this is alright actually. So you can pick it up fairly cheap as well. I think these days this game it's quite cheap to pick up. Yeah. So, not the other moment. It's a little bit early in the day for the booze. Yeah, lay off the alcohol at the moment for the next couple of hours. So I've actually got the scan lines on at the moment. I can turn them off. It really makes it look any better or worse with the scan lines on this game. I've just got to connect up to the scanline generator because it's just easier for like if I play some of the other games, like some of the beat 'em ups. You know, like someone put the Street Fighter games on after something, Street Fighter 3, like the win after something. And probably Capcom versus SNK or something as well. Probably like them games. You can actually hear me over the sound of that music. Try and put the microphone a little bit closer. That's a bit better, isn't it? I don't like having the microphone shoved in my face, to be honest. It's the only problem when you're streaming. You know, I just like to chat, I don't like to shout and put the mic shoved up your nose. It's a bit But yeah, next round. Yeah, I like this game. It's alright. It's a nice looking game. Nice looking game. You can just play in 4x3. Typical DreamCast ratio. It's nice in VGA. I think there's a way you can cheat it so that you can play the VGA in widescreen, but I ain't gonna mess with it. I ain't gonna attempt to mess with that. Oh. see there's the old headlights. So if you play in quest mode, it's just the same as the other Tokyo Highway Battle. So like roam around. So obviously this has got a more open track. It's a bigger track layout than the first one. I do prefer the graphics on this one over the PlayStation 2 one. I have on the PlayStation 2 version of this. And to me, this version looks a lot sharper. I was thinking it looks less jaggy. So what we'll do actually, I will actually turn the scan lines off. Turn them off for a bit. Probably screw the stream up. I don't know if it'll like it being capture card with the scan lines off. We'll play this with the scan lines off for a bit. Probably suits this game better without the scan lines on. Yeah, great graphics for a 21-year-old game. It is really, isn't it? It's super sharp. Yeah, you could say the same about Gran Turismo on the Gran Turismo 3, especially on the PS2. And that's an amazing looking game. It was one of the main reasons why I bought a PS2. So the DreamCast, if it was pushed, it could produce some really nice graphics, couldn't it really? This guy here. It's a bit shovey, innit? It's a bit shovey. The sort of guy you find driving around Birmingham, get over. To release it, aren't they? Birmingham Highway Battle. Battle for the Ugly Road. Yeah. Catch just end your stream early. I was just getting a comment on it. I didn't realise you were streaming today, Subliminal. Never come up, well, to be honest. I have notifications working on my phone at the moment. But I noticed that you was streaming some, was it Girls and Ghosts? Japanese one on the NES. Oh, well, Girls and Ghosts was Ghosts and Goblins. But could be a market for Birmingham Black Country. Yeah, the Black Country New Route Battle. Black Country New Route Battle. Well, she was like the raceway of an old time down there anyway. She's got more than a cult following. So the quest mode's good on this, but you gotta put some hours into it. It's like you can unlock your car parts and things. So you can modify the paint job on your car as well. Add stickers. You can make your own decals and things as well for the car. I think you're sort of limited in the size and the style of them. But it's nice that you can't. Oh, no! What's going to happen here? I'm play right at the back of him. To say the. Get out of it. That's like a Subaru, isn't it, that one? Scooby-Doo Subaru, isn't it, that? You can just tell by the shape of the car what it's supposed to be. Yeah. Well, customizations at this time. Well, if you go into the quest mode, you'll be surprised because, like you're saying, you change the paint jobs and stuff, and you can buy the different aero kits and that. But it's long-winded. It does take ages for you to build your credits up for the game. It really does take you an age to build your credits up. So you got to play for hours on end. What I could do with fishing out my other memory card. I put a few hours in on this in the past. A lot of DreamCast games. I've still got my old save games from like nearly 20 years ago. So, well, 20 years ago now, just 20 years ago. Which is, it's a good look at this game. It's a good look at. Like I say, the handling on the games ain't the greatest. It is what it is. It was like I say, it was of its time, and yeah, we should have kept all your old memory cards, man. Yeah, I see. I've got a load of BMUs still, and I think I had about 3 of these originally, and one of them multi-ones, you know, the ones that you could give a little button on it with the different pages. So, the, what's it here? What's it called? The vibration pack thing, which I think it works on this. Yeah, no, I kept all the memory cards. It's the games. I've got rid of a few games over the years, but I've managed to get them back. Yeah. It's Tokyo Battle, like I say. It's super cheap, that was really, so it was like mint. I bought it. Still got spines, kick the spine inside. Plastic. Yeah. Super cheap. It's a decent game, but you know, it don't cost you. These are the games I was playing last time. Oop. There was an Xbox One controller or PlayStation 3 controller. PlayStation 4 controller probably. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I might have played that last time in all honesty. Yeah. But it don't matter. Quite up for playing it again. But let's say, yeah. It was really nice, that disc was. Really nice condition, everything, that game, everything about the game was in really good condition when I bought it. But to be fair, I mean, you could pick games up off eBay, what, about 5 years, 6 years ago, and they were still in really good nick. I don't know what them like now, but, you know, obviously, I suppose, stocks of them either in circulation from other collectors or them drying up, ain't they? I ain't really looked on there in ages, to be honest. I haven't looked to buy any disc-based software in years now. Last disc I bought from eBay is probably a Blu-ray movie. I'm trying to think what that was. Stick the scans back on. Stick the scan lines back on. There you go. What was the movie? I think it was the new Star Wars movies, first one and second one. Is it The Force Awakens or something?
Capcom presents.
Just seen it at cinema anyway. I just fancy buying them again. Like.
Ready?
Fancy watching them on Blu-ray again at some point.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
To attempt to play this on the
Age of Heroes.
legendary Stone Cold Steve Austin box set. Same old bro, I was really into the wrestling. I wasn't so much into the wrestling, in all fairness. Yeah, now he's way into the wrestling, still into the wrestling really. I think before all this shit happened, at the end of I think it was at the end of 2019, about October or something like that. He went to some sort of is it the Prism in Birmingham? It was the club like, and they had some sort of event on there, like a wrestling event.
Capcom presents.
Yeah. And as I say, is it Papa Shango or something like that? The wrestler Papa Shango, whatever his name is. Well, anyway, I'm sure he was sitting chatting with him there after the event. I think he went to some sort of wrestling event, and the wrestler, that Papa Shango, yeah, he was he had some signatures off him and stuff like that, some pictures took with him. He said he was sitting chatting with him, having a drink with him. So he's big into the wrestling. My brother's really big into the wrestling. But say I could have probably walked past Papa Shango in Tesco, and I wouldn't even know who he was. I'd have probably just asked him where the fruit and veg was. Bro's really went into that wrestling. Still is, as far as I know. Yeah, no. To say, I think that Super Console X supposed to run the Dreamcast stuff as well, and I think some stuff runs better than others. I think it just drops a few frames here and there, but man, Dreamcast was awesome, wasn't it?
Capcom. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. New Age of Heroes.
So I did have this on the Xbox as well, the original Xbox. Well, like you say, with the original Xbox, unless you had it modded, the video out on the original Xbox was a little bit fuzzy on it through RGB. So it's one of them that, again, went away the dragon, it's gone now. I've just got this version. Yeah, it does, yeah, I've heard it does a DC Dreamcast and that, yeah. No, I was thinking about picking one of them, actually. But again, I'm just like, got all the stuff on this little thing here. I mean, what I wanted it for, like I say, I only wanted it to play a decent version of the Double Dragon and Bad Dudes. So, and I've noticed a lot of the vert scrolling shooters play really well as well. But yeah, this thing now, the Dreamcast, it was before its time, wasn't it? Plasma sword, Spidey. Let's mix it up. So you've got a bit of a mix of everything there. You've got some Marvel, you've got some Street Fighter, and you've got some Capcom. So this is real deal, genuine Dreamcast, Japanese hardware and software. I've actually got the TV, the music down on the TV. I can only hear the 10-second delayed audio through my earphone. I can actually turn the volume up on the television, I think, because I want to enjoy the game I'm playing. I really can't find all my afterwards down. Let's see, come on, Strider. Sending the dogs. It's a bit of timing, wasn't it? Oh, he was going to bite it then. Turn the volume, put it on the television, so unfortunately, when you have a thing running through the scan line generator, it tends to like drown the audio out of the console, whatever you're running through. I mean, it's fine through the capture card, like into the television now for the pass through. It's very, very quiet. I'm just going to turn the volume up at the next opportunity. Do a Shoryuken, but seems to be struggling. Oh no, that ain't good, is it? Yeah, better be Strider back. Yeah. Oh, Wolverine's in for the kill. Come on, Spidey. It's time over. I didn't realise the time was over. Yeah. Yeah, like I say, it's just one of them cheap plug-in. Oh, actually see him, I'll be able to drag it on, I'll just about reach. Plug-in scanline generators going through an HDMI VGA Hyperkin HDMI adapter. You say it outputs in VGA, and through OBS you can go into the settings and you can change the ratio, because this would natively try to output. If I selected the game mode on the TV, it would actually try to output in widescreen without. Obviously, you can change the ratio on the television. That's what I've done on this TV, and I've changed the ratio on it. But for the stream, for the capture, I've gone into the settings in OBS and changed it so that I've told it the resolution of the VGA, which is 640 by 480. Told it to go in the 4:3 ratio. And I've also gone into some of the colour correction settings as well, and I've upped the contrast slightly. But that's all coming out after it's come out of the DreamCast going through that scanline generator. And then obviously OBS's screen set up so that it's upscaling it to 1080p. And this thing just this laptop that I've got sensor run 1080p 60 most of the time pretty well. It gets the odd stutter. But just say it's dropped some frames on there at the moment. I don't know when it dropped down. It looks like it dropped them early on in the stream. Because they ain't dropping any at the moment. Probably when I've got that intro screen on, you know, with the spinny whirl thing. Because that's just like the thing that I use to set my sound up. Yeah, I mean that one that I bought, it's called an Easy Cap 2256 or something, and I was looking up to see what was like the best for the money, and I know these are coming up for about 40-60 quid, and I noticed a guy on eBay selling one of these Easy Cap things for, I'm gonna buy him down with, selling one of these Easy Cap things in the box, like. Used, but like as new, he says. I think it was for 30. It was 30 quid posted. I think it was 30 quid posted or something like that. He was a lot, but you know, it's run pretty well. It's like the one with an hard metal box, so it keeps it cool as well. Probably about 4 inches by 2.5 to 3. About 4 inches by 3 by about 3/4 of an inch thick. About the size of a cassette tape, probably 2 cassette tapes taped together. It's only one of these cheap Hong Kong things. But it tends to like the 1080p. I don't know if it is real 1080p, but it's detected it as 1080p anyway. So. Brightness up on the other way. Forgive me if it's just dropped a few frames. I mean, for some reason I just opened up Internet Explorer. I don't really want to open up bloody Internet Explorer for some reason. Edge is a new name for Internet Explorer, opened, didn't he? Tossy thing. Bloody hell, I like Edge.
Marvel versus Capcom 2.
Yeah, we'll have another go at that.
Marvel versus Capcom 2.
We'll drink coffee, like I say, I'm on a coffee this evening. I'll probably stream till about 8:30, I think. Probably just going to stream till around about 8:30 this evening. I'm probably going to watch a bit of TV with the missus. But yeah. I really like DreamCast now. It's just like some of the games. It was unbelievable for the time that man. The music's strange on this game, no? Very chilled. Very chilled. They're mad at these games. Some nice 3D backgrounds though. So I used to picture that SD card reader thing for the DreamCast ain't. But I've heard it ain't that. Tell you, it ain't that good. Another GDMU, whatever it is, the one that emulates the GD ROM drive. That one's supposed to be pretty good. But there's the one that plugs into the serial port at the back in there, and so that's dirt cheap to buy any. Well, in all fairness, I probably think of many Dreamcast games that I want that I ain't got. I mean, it's just that probably the odd shooter like Border Down or something, you know what I mean? But stupid price. You know what I mean? Very often I play it, there's no way I buy it. I mean, nice 3D backgrounds on this, but man, it's like some of the Neo Geo stuff still holds up to this, I think, really. 2D.
You win. We are better. Who will survive? Engage.
One film I've never seen a Spawn movie. So I've seen Deadpool and stuff, but like I've never seen Spawn. And so I prefer like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, like the Christian Bale Batman movies. I ain't really much for the others. I don't mind Michael Keaton's Batman. It's got comedy value now, and it more than anything. Jack Nicholson. But like, yeah, like I say, I ain't really a lot into superheroes, to be honest. Superhero movies. Again, my brother's really mad on superhero stuff, like he used to buy all the comics and things. I don't think he does it so much now, he buys comics and things, and like, just buy the odd collector's books and things, you know. For, yeah, he's one of these that used to get to all the comic cons and things in the past. Never really been that stuck on that kind of thing, you know what I mean? We've been more struck on going to bars, to be honest. getting hammered. Yeah. Oh, afternoon, Di. How are you, mate? Good game this was. Yeah, it still is. Hey, nice for you to drop in, mate. You streaming later on tonight? I'll catch your stream later on. Oh, I enjoy your late night, well, late evening streams. Good laugh. Well, and say good luck, you know what I mean? They're entertaining, that's what I meant to say. They ain't, you know, you take like comedy areas, but they're entertaining. They ain't, you know, you do a good mix of games and things. Yeah. Yep, sound. Yeah, I'll definitely be dropping in on your stream, mate. Yeah. I meant to pop in onto you, check on your stream yesterday, because you use the stream weekends, though, your Friday, Saturdays. I don't know if you stream Sundays as well, but I think you do stream sometimes on Sunday, don't you? You're the weekend streamer, ain't you? Yeah, mate, yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, cheers for dropping in, just taking a look. As I say, this is DreamCast. Japanese Sega Dreamcast. It's genuine hardware, it ain't running through GDMU or nothing, it's just the oldie Japanese Dreamcast running the GD ROMs, just running into a capture card through VGA, HDMI, Kaylied with a scan line generator shoved in between just to give it a few scan lines, sharpen the image up a bit, make it look a bit CRT like. Change. No. Alt smash. Oh, Hulk versus Hulk. Grey Hulk versus the Green Hulk. Hulk smash. Looks good. Still got your JP Dreamcast stuff. Yeah, same here. I got two Japanese Dreamcasts. I got my original one. I bought another one just for where if my original Japanese Dreamcast craps out. I'm sure you probably will at some point. The drive on it is certainly noisy. We've alternated the use of the Dreamcast today. The one that's in use ain't actually my original Dreamcast. This is the one that I bought from Japan a few years back actually. This ain't the original Dreamcast. But I've still got it and it still works. But I'll try and alternate the use of them so that I'll wear one out or the other. Yeah, Dreamcast was a great console. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's still a great console, really, for what it is. Obviously, technology's moved on, but yeah, I really like Dreamcast. Dreamcast is great. Yeah. Like I said, I've got quite a few 2D beat-em-ups and things on the Dreamcast, and stuff like Dead or Alive and Dead or Alive 2, stuff like Sega Rally and whatever. And I don't know if you like the 2D stuff or the 3D stuff, Di. So I like 2D and the 3D, to be honest. I think the Dreamcast is good at producing both. In all fairness, let's turn the scan lines off. It looks a bit dull, don't it, with them off? But, you know. That's better, isn't it? It's a bit brighter. Yeah. Well, actually, 3D games still look really clean. Yeah, exactly, yeah. They do. A lot of 3D stuff still looks pretty nice on the Dreamcast. I think I'm actually going to stick Dead or Alive 2 on. Play Dead or Alive 2. Stuart Tannock, Dreamcast was the first console I went to a midnight launch for. Man, I wish I could have gone to Dreamcast midnight lunch, but by then I got my Japanese one. So, anyway, Stuart, nice to meet you. Nice for you to drop in on the chat. Leave a comment. But yeah, the only launch. I don't really actually been to an actual console launch noise. Bought console probably a couple of weeks later, but never on the launch. Never on the launch night. Yeah, Dreamcast 3D has aged really well, hasn't it? I think it's because of the resolution. And problem with the PS2 was that the interlaced image was a bit iffy on it. The jaggies. It's too much blast out, isn't it? It's the jaggies on the PS2, but apart from that, I mean, PS2's, there's some stuff on PS2 still looks good. You know, I like Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution, is it on PS2? That's a good game, isn't it? Yeah, I think the Dreamcast 3D's aged well as well. They say that I think what it was that the hardware was sort of a little bit more than what they needed, wasn't it? I think at the time, I think Sega, you know, they put the effort into the hardware on the Dreamcast, really, didn't they? It's a little bit revealing, isn't it, for this time of the evening? Yeah. So I ain't got the save game on this one because I've unlocked all the costumes, or majority of the costumes and all the characters. So that's the main unlockables on this, innit? Yeah, exactly, it does. Yeah, BGA mode, Dreamcast, it's hard to beat, innit? It's really crisp. It's really crisp, really colourful as well. I'd say that the people prefer the lighting on the PS2, but I don't know. I think when you've got the Dreamcast running through VGA, it still produces some really nice looking graphics. Especially considering the age of this game. I mean, it's 20 years old. This game's 20 years old. Let's try to get Tina through the window. Oh, I ain't gonna do it, is it? No. No. Oh, well done. It's done it to me. That's alright. So they skipped this bit out, didn't they? The American version. I had the American version this when it was released. Yeah, it didn't have inside the Dragon Hills Palace. Sure it didn't. There's a couple of things that were missing from the American version. What's the other one? I think it was one of the Chinese palace or something like that. That level. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Come on. It's a couple of levels. I think it was a Burin Temple level or something like that. That was missing from it as well, the American version. Yeah. I say it's dirt cheap to get as well. It's dirt cheap to buy in this game now still. Can't possibly rely on that, innit? just flip a switch. That's better, and it's not the contrast down a bit, innit? Please, I compensated for the scanline generator with the filters in OBS, and I think what it's done, it's over contrasted the screen, hasn't it? I could just see there, looking at a laptop. Yeah, I don't know why they have different versions for different. Maybe they just didn't have time to finish the game off properly. I don't know. But I know PS2 one as well. I got like it's a different version of the coin-op one. It's got that also got different background levels to the Dreamcast one, and I guess they just wanted people to buy the two different versions. I don't know. Yeah. Capcom vs SNK 2. You could really see the scan lines. Now I've turned them off now anyway, so it's... Well, what do you mean with your eyesight? So now you've got to have a... You can have an eye operation in your die. Could be both, huh? Yeah. Nice, you're gonna have your cataracts done, wouldn't you? Yeah. I'll just turn the contrast down a bit on that. It just seemed overly contrasted, I don't know. It probably looks a bit dull now. Yeah, I'll probably stick Capcom vs SNK 2 on next. I've got that one. I like the original Capcom vs SNK as well, to be fair. The graphics probably ain't as slick, but it's got like a sort of more of a Neo Geo. Yeah, or go for Tuesday. Oh man, Tuesday. God, that's come round quick, hasn't it? Yeah, well, good luck for that, but obviously I'll catch you on the chat later on your stream. But man, yeah, that's come round quick, hasn't it? You only mentioned that the other week, didn't you? Go for Tuesday. Topic goes well, mate. Like I say, you know, it's your eyesight. It's you know, it's hard to go for a price in your eyesight, can you? Like I say, my eyesight's sort of... Yeah, time's gone fast, yeah, it has, yeah. That's somebody mentioned it last, man. That seems to have gone really quick. But, yeah, it's like I say, my eyesight was playing up. I won't say playing up, but I can feel the difference over the last couple of years. I've become more long-sighted. So people used to bring things up to me at work, you know, like, because I used to work in engineering. Like, they bring, cutting dies and taps and things like that to me, and I say, can you tell me what's on there? And I'll be like, oh. And I'll be looking. I didn't need a pair of glasses or anything. I'll be looking at the thing, and I could give the size. But now, man, it's got to be, you know, it's that far away now. You know what I mean? It's there. I'm struggling from there closer. I can't focus close up now. Yeah. Great, yeah. No, all the best, mate. But like I say, I'll catch you on the chat later. But yeah, something like as well. Just say it's amazing what they can do now. It'd be like laser surgery and stuff and everything in your eyesight. Yeah. Don't know. We seem to pick the ladies when I play this game. I don't know. No, sometimes Janley as well, or Ryu. to be fair, there's a lot of ladies to choose from when you're playing Dead or Alive games, isn't there? It seems to be a large roster of female characters. Exactly. Exactly. Your arms are getting need to be stretched out longer. Yeah. No, it gets difficult to read stuff like your mobile phone. It gives me an headache sometimes if I've been on my mobile for too long. Like I say, it ain't so bad if I've got a laptop and you sort of on the edge of perched on the end of my lap or something, just about, you know. You can always zoom the text in a little bit quick and get away with it on your laptop. You start zooming it in on your mobile. No. Can't get a lot on the screen, can you? No, it's a struggle. It's all about the juggles, isn't it, this game, really? I ain't doing a lot, I'm just doing a lot of punching and kicking and all. You try too hard and you can... Come on. Let's try the punches and kicks. Seem to be doing better with that method. Not too bad. Yeah, it's a bit of a mix-up. No, it's trouble in it. It's things you take for granted in it, especially like your eyesight. But yeah. I've done it working engineering when you've like, you know, you've been doing something and you're halfway through doing it and you realise you haven't any safety glasses on even. And it's like, yeah, it's... Granted, with a lot of the stuff that I used to do in engineering, it was in machinery, they were all enclosed anyway, so it was only like the working environment around it, where you probably have to wear your glasses, not all the time, but temporarily, or your safety goggles or whatever. But, you know, but yeah, it's one of them things, innit? You take for granted every day. It's eyesight. Huh? Really? Yeah. Simply the breast. Simply the breast. Hold on a sec to get another game. Unfortunately, I haven't sorted them out and I've left them all gathering dust on my shelf. So I'm going to have to pick some off the shelf. So you have to bear with me for a second. Got a few perched on the top of them. CRT over there, but the rest of them. Yeah. Right. Right. Oh, we're back. Nightmare when it gets hard to read things. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean... See, I first realised my eyesight was getting bad. Was it's partly using the mobile, but a lot was... like I say, I like to mess around with electronics and things, and like modding stuff. And I haven't done any for a while, and I thought I'll make another one of these PC Engine RGB amplifier things, like I've made them in the past. What you do, you modify the plug-in that goes on the back of the PC Engine, and I thought I'll make one of these out. And it's like I was there getting all the bits and pieces out, and I was trying to solder the little like the wafer board, and got my eyes, I just could not focus, and like I ended up giving up on it. I just could not get the detail right. It was annoying me, and I couldn't make out enough detail to do the actual work. So I was like, oh, I thought maybe I just got tired eyes or something. So I tried a couple of days later, and I was still the same. So I give up on it. What it is. Then I went and purchased some of these, you know, these cheap reading glasses you can just get from like the pharmacy, from the chemists. and I'll purchase some of them, and like the difference is night and day. And like I use them now for when if I'm doing any like close-up work with like electronic stuff, or if I've got to read labels or anything that's really small or anything, I'll use them. But really, I should probably get my eyesight tested and probably get either contacts or glasses or something, because obviously you can only do that to a point. Kaya, use the cheap reading glasses. You got a mounted magnifying glass. Yeah, well that's the thing. See, like I say, these are just these cheap, almost they're almost throwaway reading glasses. How dark is that screen? Is it dark? Hard to tell. So I've got my phone set up for chat, because it's easier than using a laptop for chat. My eyes, but just take a look at it. It's fairly bright. Internet will probably take a knock now because I'm looking at 720p. No, it looks alright. I'll knock that back down. It's hard to tell when you're looking at your phone and what the image quality is like on your stream. So you've got your laptop, but it's probably the best way. All's fun. All this fun waiting for the air in the ears. Mate, it don't take that long. You'll be surprised how long your eyebrows start to grow when you're reaching the end of your 40s. I say I'm 49, and the last 5 years, if you ain't noticed your eyebrows started to grow, well, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, you get the odd hair in the. I get the odd hair in the ears, man. It grows everywhere except for where you want it to. Named on top of your head. It's grow everywhere, want it hair. But yeah, man. Take up playing golf. Yeah. Golf buggy would be alright, actually, wouldn't he? Could use one of them to get me to and from the Tesco's. I think the government. Yeah, 47 soon, man. But that's it, eh? It's like before you know it. They say, I remember when I bought DreamCast. He's like, what was he? 20, 27, 28, or whatever it was. Was it 2? Was it 90? No? Yeah? Yeah, but what was it? No, 20. When was it? 1999, was it? Yes, I was 20. That's coming 27. And like, I remember buying it, like, and it seems like yesterday, doesn't it? Right. Yeah, it seems like yesterday.
All records are made to be broken. Capcom versus SNK2.
Yeah. But yeah, you find that it's a fun of getting old, isn't it?
Here we go.
Like deafening everyone now by shouting a pizza. Turn the volume up a bit. Warning, the volume on the game's getting up a little bit as well. Is that too loud? It's a little bit loud, innit? So let's knock it down just a fraction. But yeah. It's no fun getting old, is it? It's better than the alternative.
This is the first Dream event of the 21st century. If you're great, I knew that crew was in the Millionaire Fighting 2001 is about to begin. Hardcore fans have been eagerly anticipating this event, and now the waiting is finally over.
Yeah, you do sound old, don't you? Go, I remember what it was like back then. I remember, I remember the import game scene and all, But in some ways, you've never had it so good, have you, for games?
You can feel the intensity in the air as the hopes, dreams, and hearts of these warriors are about to be put to the ultimate. Keep rocking, baby.
Yeah. games, probably some people who never had it so good, have they really? You know what I mean? When you look at like the modern gen stuff. So I think it's nice for our generation really, because you've got the nostalgia as well. You've got the nostalgia for games. A lot of modern day gamers, they ain't got that nostalgia, have they? Well, I suppose they have in a way. I suppose they've got nostalgia for stuff on the PlayStation 1 and stuff, and stuff earlier than that, you know what I mean? It'd probably be like... Let me say, I don't know if raw nostalgia probably starts with like PC Engine and Mega Drive, don't it, Di? So I was a good... What was I? 18 when I was buying Mega Drive games. Yeah, it was like some year and say, oh, you know, I was 8 years old when they had my PlayStation 2 and stuff. That makes me feel old. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's all downloads and stuff in it. But I've downloaded stuff from my 360 in the past. I'm sure I downloaded Samurai Shodown 2 from Xbox Live Arcade. And that game ain't available for me to play now on my 360 because the license is expired. You know the old thing, oh, if you don't want to keep it on your hard drive, delete it, you can download it back, download it at any time. Now, I've tried downloading that original download before Amster. I'm sure that was before Amster got the licensing. And I can't download it. I'm sure one of me did re-download it, even though I'd obviously paid for the game 2007 or whatever it was. Master System was the first console you bought your own cash, man. Nah, parents bought me a Master System. It's a Christmas gift. Yeah, what's that? First console I ever owned was a Mattel television. So I wanted a 2600 because my mates got 2600s, but like I ended up with a new television because I think it's probably just the cheaper alternative at the time. But in all fairness, the hardware was pretty good in the television. It's just it wasn't particularly popular, was it? Games were a bit hard to get hold of.
This battle is about to
Yeah, I think you'll still be able to play Afterburner Climax. I'll say I've still got Afterburner Climax. Can you play Afterburner Climax now? I'll say as far as I know, I've got Afterburner Climax stored on one of my hard drives. To me, if you've paid for that game, you should be able to download it again. I just don't agree with that. You've paid for the privilege of that. You know, okay, they own the license to it. You never own the license to the game, but you've paid for the privilege of owning a copy of that on your hard drive. I know Outrun 2 Arcade that you can't get that one download. It's gone off the store, has it? Oh man, so Climax is off the store. That ain't good. See, it's alright, but what happens if your hard drive craps out? That ain't good. See, that's why I'm, you know, more set against downloads and the digital side of gaming and purchases, because they said this would happen, and then everyone was saying, you know, no, you know, it's the way forward, digital. And then, like you say, what about those games like that? Like you say, Climax, what happens when your hard drive craps out, you can't play Climax. And then you'll have to go down the route of trying to get it on a dodgy hard drive, you know what I mean? I suppose you'd have to go down that route. It's gone for a few years, man. Well, no wonder you can't. It ain't backwards compatible. So I know some Sega stuff is backwards compatible, isn't it? Like Golden Axe and stuff. And I ain't looked on the Microsoft Store for years for that, obviously, because I've still got it on my 360. I think I've got it on the two of them. 2 hard drives, luckily. Got on my arcade and my Slim. But no, that's bad news, that is. I almost purchased the Outrun arcade. Outrun 2, the arcade one. On Outrun 2 online, innit? Because I've got it on the original Xbox. And SP. That's bad news about Climax. That ain't good. I'd say some of the games are license issue with the planes.
Live and let die. Fight.
I suppose it is. I suppose they change manufacturer, don't they? At the end of the day, it's a game. You know what I mean? It's a game, and it was a game for its era. God, they just put like a notification at the start of the game saying this game was licensed back in. All licenses now belong to ABC. I don't think Northrop Grumman's gonna too upset about some of the planes after being the Climax. You know, with the licensing issues or whatever. It's just madness.
This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight.
No, it's trying to pull off some fancy special moves rather than just, you know, super slashes in it. Yeah, I guess there wouldn't be an issue with the Ferrari. Yeah, I mean that scuppered the original Ferrari sprite, didn't it, on a lot of the ports?
To join this tournament. They're way too strong to compete. I mean, what's up with that? Someone is going to have to take that team down.
Yeah, like the one on Shemu, where they had to change the sprite, didn't they, in Shemu for Outrun. Sega ain't got the licensing from Ferrari. Then they got it back for Outrun 2, and obviously it's gone again now.
Next location is London.
I suppose they had it for Ferrari F355 as well, didn't they? Yeah. So it's pretty on playing it with this thing instead of an arcade stick, because getting the special moves, it's a nightmare, isn't it, with this pad? So I've got an arcade stick and say I ain't got it connected up. I'm just playing stuff with the pad because I thought it's easier with the driving games as well. I think what I like about this game is because such a big roster of characters and it with the SNK as well as the Capcom stuff. It's well drawn, isn't it? They're all like well drawn. Some nice backgrounds, some nice 3D backgrounds as well. So the backgrounds are a bit flat on the original Capcom vs SNK, ain't they? Like I said, this game's old, it's 20 odd years old, so it's what, 20 years old. I just fancy playing, so you pick the disc up, stick in your console, press the button, now presto, you done it, yeah. And like, you know what's going to happen? Stuff that's digital only now, because they don't give you the option. You ain't going to be able to do that, I mean. No one's going to be able to do that in 10, 15 years time, just cycle through the menu and play, you know, something that you purchased you know, it's just going to get worse. That's me with this, the digital only future. That's why I'm just more for the physical media. Always have been. Even like the Neo Geo stuff. Like I say, I want to play World Heroes 2. I just get it off the shelf, stick it in the AES. That's it, eh?
Because the bottom line is that this team won. They just better keep in mind that luck works in many mysterious ways.
You know, you can't do that, can you? You can't do that with digital. Got too much control over it. They don't let you own in anything nowadays, do they? Even movies, even Blu-rays and that, you know. They don't really want you to buy Blu-ray, do they? Just want you to download it off Netflix.
If at first you don't succeed, you can always try again.
No.
It's such a shame, but I wait for your next challenge.
That's my digital rant over anyway. Tell you what, we'll put the original Capcom vs SNK on as well. Yeah, it's my digital rant over. So that, still got that. The original, we don't have to go onto the Microsoft store. Get the begging bowl out, do we? Thank God. Tell you what, we'll play the original Capcom vs SNK. Yeah, I know, that's another thing, Giddy. I know. You think you're buying the physical copy, but you ain't, am you? You ain't buying the physical copy anymore, am you? Turn the contrast up a bit. I know. What? A lot of games. I mean, was it Sea of Thieves on the Xbox? It says internet connection required. Well, you know why the internet connection was required? Because the actual game on the disc, there ain't no game on the disc, is there? It's like, let's turn it up a bit. It ain't a game on the disc, is it? It's just a key. It's a key to unload it. Because as soon as I remember when I purchased that game, I still got it. Put it into the Xbox. Needs an update. Something like 45 gigs or something. I'm like 45 gigs. Yeah. I'm sure the Switch games are the same now as well, ain't they? I don't know if they can run if you don't connect them to the internet. But yeah, it's getting ridiculous.
Versus SNK Millennium Fight 2000.
I mean, at one time I thought they were just doing it so they could monitor your content, you know, what you've got on your hard drive to see if, you know, you're trying to flash your hard drive or something, Xbox. So they'd sort of like be constantly updating your console, and you know, this game needs an update so that they can make sure that you ain't playing some sort of like hokey version of their games. But yeah. Yeah, like I say, that the sort of has come to an end. I think the physical media for games, it's dried up, hasn't it?
Capcom versus SNK Millennium Fight 2000.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, really. Sort of end of an era, isn't it, with all that physical stuff. Like I say, the old cartridges and that were the best, weren't they? And they say the discs, but they say it's wow. It sound like a dinosaur, but these people will be crying when they're buying all these games, and then like Fortnite's great, but yeah, they're still going to be playing Fortnite in say 8 years' time. They might be, but if they don't own that copy of Fortnite, they can do whatever they want with it. I found it with PUBG. They've changed things in PUBG, so I like playing PUBG online. Yeah, exactly. They do. They're making life harder for genuine gamers rather than pirates. I know. They seem to miss the point, don't they? Yeah. I mean, I hate the fact when I buy a new game, I was thinking, God, how long is it going to take for this to do an update? Because you can guarantee, even if it's a release day game or within a couple of days, you'll shove it in the machine. Game needs an update, 24 gigs or whatever, or if it's Gears of War 4 or 5, whatever it was, it's like a 90 gig update. Jesus, it's just downloading the entire game again, isn't it? You got banned off Xbox Live once. I shouldn't tempt fate, but no, I can't say I've had a ban. I've had some violations on there for like using content or whatever, or uploading a game attack picture that they deemed was offensive in some way. It's like, you know, the cover of Galaxy Force with a silver like android woman with a metal boobs. I got a violation warning for using that on Xbox Live the ones. So yeah, but yeah, exactly, when it's easy to pirate them than buy them. Yeah. It's like that. I can't believe that. Like stuff like Climax and that. If you could buy Afterburner Climax on some sort of compilation disc, great. Where has it ever had a physical release? He's never had a physical release, has he? Tell you what, scan lines on. Shoot scan lines on. They don't look good, do they? Is that the wrong one? Yeah, it's better. Chunky scan lines. I knew he was going to do that. Come on. Just love the music on this game. Obviously the background sound is good, they're more static. It's got a bit more of a King of Fighters feel to it, I think, this game. Yeah, still looks good. Yeah, exactly, still looks good. Yeah. So, unfortunately, Japanese Dreamcast is one of the few consoles that don't look very good through SCART on my plasma TV. But I was gutted by it at the time when I bought it. I was like, oh no, it's got a slight wobble to the picture, and it's just one of them things, you know. Once you see it, you can't not see it. You like keep looking at it. It's got like a slight wobble to the picture, and it was really irritating me every time I played it. Really irritating me. So for ages I was like looking at trying to get some sort of VGA adapter or something for the Dreamcast, and it sort of got put on the back burner. But when all these HDMI cables came out, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get one of them. I'm saying it'll buy 2 of them. And I say this looks really nice on the plasma. When I play on the plasma, I've only got it connected up to the LED now through this pass-through on the capture card. But yeah, I say for years I was like, oh God, I wonder what the Dreamcast will look with a really nice image on that plasma, but with like running through the HDMI and VGA, looks really, really sharp. So that's originally the reason why I purchased these HDMI cables, VGA to HDMI, whatever they are, cables for the Dreamcast, was to play the thing on the plasma, because just like looking to improve the picture on that and actually play a bit of Dreamcast on it rather than just through CRT. And obviously as a bonus, it helps with the streaming, because it does a really good job of cleaning up the image into an HDMI compatible image for the capture card as well. So it was a win. It was a win-win for me to get one of these. So Dreamcast always look good in VGA mode, don't it? I used to have a couple of VGA monitors years ago. Obviously use them just for PC use. Or I binned them, skipped them a couple of years back. Yeah, it always looks nice, the Dreamcast. It does it does a good job, doesn't it? It's a nice looking graphics on the Dreamcast, it mate. They've aged well. I mean, don't get me wrong, not every Dreamcast game, it's good looking. There's a couple of dogs out there, ain't there? The Dreamcast games aren't so good. I remember there were a couple of early Dreamcast games I picked up. It was one called Space Griffin or something. It ain't so good. I think what's the other one as well? It's called what's it called now? It's a bit like it's Super Runabout, and it's Super Runabout. Yeah, that ain't so good either, is it? But obviously you can tell the games where they made the effort. You can tell when the developers made the effort. But obviously this was a coin-op, wasn't it? So groundwork was already there, wasn't it? It was already beforehand. It was already done beforehand. The investment was there beforehand because it was a coin-op. Anything on top was profit, wasn't it, really, for Capcom? I mean, they're making the money as a coin-op, weren't they? So I say generally like the coin-op conversions on the Dreamcast. Pretty good, isn't it? Because it's similar to the Neo Geo, and it was like the coin-op hardware, wasn't it? All got for a bit of extra RAM here and there and stuff. So this is a cheap game to buy, any Japanese Dreamcast. Well, it was like a sub 20 quid game, wasn't it? This actually I've kept this one. This is my original one. This is an original game. I didn't sell this. I think I kept about 15 games, 20 games from a Dreamcast, and I sold a lot of the ones that I don't really play that much. Obviously I repurchased a few. But stuff like Sega Rally, Virtua Fighter 3, Sonic Adventure, this, Power Stone, what else? Daytona, Shenmue games, I've kept them. But since I've got like some of the sequels, like the like say Capcom vs SNK 2, and I've got Capcom vs SNK Pro as well. That's just similar to this one, and it's slightly different music, and it's got Joey Gashi in it as well, and is it Nakamura? They're selectable characters. What you gonna be streaming tonight, anyway? Really? What you've been to there? The marketplace? What the name of the place? Shingetsu Marketplace, wherever it was. Yeah, I just wonder what you was going to be streaming tonight. Though, is it going to be the Mister, or is it going to be PlayStation? PlayStation Mini or something. Yeah, be going in a moment. Yeah. As that I did promise the missus that I'd socialise with her around about 8:30. So yeah, I'm probably in about another quarter of an hour maximum, 10 minutes. But yeah, so it's great to chat, mate. Yeah, shoot 'em ups. Yeah, just some shoot 'em ups. I ain't really seen many shoot 'em ups today. So. I know it's a favourite genre of yours, isn't it? Shoot 'em ups. But now they're pretty good, aren't they? They're pretty good. Mix them up, a few shoot 'em ups. PS4 tonight. What, stuff like Darius? Or vert scrollers? Yeah, you do like the shoot 'em ups there. This ain't going so well, is it? I know he's laughing at it, ain't going so well. No. A few specials out the back, come on. No. He's seen that. Oh, double KO. Wow. Still won because he got Benimaru. He's got Benimaru in the wings, hasn't he? Yeah. Now I said Darius, gotta be Darius, yeah. Can't be a bit of Darius, can you? Top job. But yeah, what I'll do, I'll definitely catch your stream later on, I'll pop in. Actually, I might actually call the stream a day now after all this, actually. Yeah, I think I've been streaming long enough. I've been streaming for an hour and 49 minutes. And thanks to everyone that's dropped into the chat, and catch you again in a future stream, or on your streams, whoever you are, whenever you are. Like I say, see you on YouTube soon. Again, thanks again. See you soon.